Hello and welcome to the Peak Millennials Podcast. I'm Collins.
And I'm Natalie.
Each week we will delve deep into various peak millennial topics, exploring what we remember.
And what we want to forget.
And reading some captivating stories that will evoke a sense of deja vu in all of us.
This is the age before iPhones and the social media that we know today.
And this is where a good mixed CD, silver eyeshadow, and MTV raised us.
So crack open that Jones soda.
And kick off your black Converse.
And let's teleport back to the world of the peak millennials. Make sure to send your stories to peakmillennialspod@gmail.com or slide into our DMs at peakmillennialspod on Instagram.
And make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we go live.
If I wasn't like in your headphones, I would assume that my turkey gobble was what annoyed your dogs.
I like that we said all of that, and immediately the dogs were like, "Hey, don't forget about us.
Don't forget about me, Mom. Don't forget."
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being patient with us. I do really appreciate everyone who sent us a message. I'm going to tell you right now, the reason why the podcast did not go live on Monday or Tuesday was completely user error. I went to set it up and you have to confirm to hit it. Didn't happen on Monday. So I realized, it was Tuesday afternoon when I realized the podcast never got uploaded. And then Wednesday, I don't know what happened. It just failed.
To be fair, I didn't even log in to look. I was just like, oh, this week was such a weird week for me anyways, that I just
yeah.
I wasn't there.
I have to tell you, we are completely moved out of our old apartment. Yeah. As you can see, there are more boxes surrounding me. I started decorating that little shelving unit over there. You can't even see it.
I believe you.
So
I believe in you.
Yeah, I probably concentrate on that one shelf right there.
Just right over there. Mm-hmm. Just right over there.
Mm-hmm. Sounds perfect, right?
But I mean, to be honest, not only did you move, you guys moved, then you're starting to unpack. And we have officially in the PNW have started our summer, and it is just
sweltering,
dreadfully hot, so uncomfortable.
We are under a heat advisory now.
Yeah, it is hot. So we are under heat advisory until I believe Tuesday. Not to finish Colin's sentence.
Please, I'm telling you, every time I turn around, Archer is just standing there. And I think that he wants his own podcast.
We might need to do Archer and the cats.
Yeah, that sounds like
Archer and the cats. Could you just imagine the chaos? My cats would just be go away. And then he'd go,
okay, so my husband just picked up Archer. And he has him on his chest like a child.
Like a baby.
And he's having a very, very intense conversation with my dog.
So be quiet. Be quiet.
He's grounded until further notice, so he can't hang out, guys.
Ooh, he got the restriction.
But yeah, so this week, not only did we move out, and thank you to my husband to do a majority of the cleaning of our place. I was taking things back and forth, trying to make sure that the dogs weren't ripping up our new house. But then, on top of it, there was one night that it was just sheets of rain.
Yeah, the weather has been so wild.
It's so wild, and now it's super hot, sweltering. So we're under a heat advisory.
Yeah, I was just looking at it because I was like, what is this? Is it actually going to be crazy? today right now, the high is supposed to be 89 and tomorrow is going to be 88, at least in my area. And like before any of our listeners that live in the hotter climates know, we do not have central AC. It is not standard at all. And so it is not a thing. Like, so we have in our house, and we're very lucky. So like this is not like a brag. It's a very humble brag of the fact that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 portable ACs in our house. And our living space is, I think, about 1,200 square feet for like just our space, because our house is split level. And so for the upstairs, we have 4 ACs, and that keeps it I think probably like 70-ish, which is
that's kind of the same here.
Cozy.
So that's that unit right back there. So that's kind of, we have a couple in each room, or one in each. No, we have one in each room, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot. And we have skylights here too. So this room specifically is a little bit too warm.
I have this. So we have a fan in here, and then we also have an AC because like Mama likes it to be cold. If it's hot, I can't sleep. I need it to be cool in this place. And so I actually, like, for this podcast specifically, I took the fan from our living room because it's not a TikTok ad, but it's one of those stupid fans that TikTok has been like broadcasting. It's like the circular one on a long like stand, but it is so quiet. Like after it goes up, like the speed goes up to like 15. But if you have it below 10, the thing is silent. It's running right now. No one would even know. Yeah. It's so quiet. So the fan that I have in my room is mostly like for no noise. It's just runs so I love the noise. So I can sleep at night. But this one is so quiet. But I was like, I can't be in this room with no AC. So I was just like, no, thank you. So I stole it. And I was like, hopefully it doesn't get too like hot out there with just the ACs running. But
one thing I've learned about being on Lexapro is that I'm already a sweaty person, but my internal temperature is like even higher. Skyrocket. So it's like any sort of like exertion of energy or actual heat and like sun, I'm starting to get overheated, and then I'm like, I need to lay down. Earlier today, I took a nap because no,
too much.
It's just too much.
Yeah, I mean, if like, okay, so I think that it would be different if buildings or homes were equipped with like central heating and air. Like they are in like California or like the South, or I don't know if like East Coast does it too. I would assume
they do, yeah.
But I feel like in our pocket of the world, they're like, no, Pacific Northwest, they don't get hot enough. And I was like,
hotter than 70 degrees. Well, maybe
it's so hot.
It was like that 40 years ago.
Yeah. It's literally a crime. I was about to post that on my Instagram story yesterday, and I was just gonna say like, no AC in PNW is literally a crime.
Yeah,
and it's crazy. My parents got central AC, I think, last year, and I'll like FaceTime my mom, and she's like wearing a sweatshirt, and I was like, Mom, I'm sweating.
I'm sweating. What the hell?
Why are you wearing a sweatshirt? She's like, it's a balmy like 64 in here. And I was like, shut up. Shut up. Anywho. But how are you?
That's how I know that we're old, is that we can spend 10 minutes talking about the weather and the heat.
I literally wait. I'm gonna open my blinds a little bit. I literally live for this like the
I love this.
change.
I love the vitamin D. I love
Yeah.
the boost of serotonin. Like there is a
Yes.
reason to wake up every morning. The sun comes out, the
Yes.
birds are chirping, but it gets to
Yes.
that point at 11:30 a.m. where I want to die.
I'm just so hot. And there's not any amount of water, popsicle, smoothie, cold salad,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
nothing that will just make me not feel terrible. Speaking of cold treat,
Mm.
can I tell you a cold treat that I tried
Oh,
that
of
I really like?
course.
Okay. So do you like fruit roll up?
I love a fruit roll up. It's very nostalgic tasting.
Okay. So I also love a fruit roll up. Because this is such a random weird fact. Do you remember when we were in elementary school and we had to make earthquake bags?
Earthquake hits, yeah.
Yes. Which I don't know if
I don't think the rest of the world makes earthquake kits. They
No.
would have like mine had butterscotch pudding, which is my favorite. My brother always got chocolate pudding. There's like a note from your mom. There's one of those aluminum blankets that fold up. I think there's like a first aid kit. Yeah, other kind of snacks.
Yeah. So my mom would always, and it was like my favorite. So my mom would always put either like a fruit by the foot or like a fruit roll up, or like some fruit snacks. And it had to be, mind you, if you've never had to make one, we don't have to do that now because I think like if there's an earthquake, like it's funded through the school, or they just don't give a shit. Like I just don't know. Because I haven't had to make one for B and I haven't had to make one for Joe. So like, okay, I got nothing. But my mom would always put like those peanut butter sandwich crackers and then like a fruit roll up or a fruit by the foot. So just like in a way gives me nostalgia for that. Anywho, so I saw on TikTok the other day that there was a lady who took a fruit roll up, and they did this last year, I feel like, but they did it differently. They did it like they took a fruit roll up and like wrapped it around like
we're like, wrapping them like, around things now?
Yeah. So last year it was like the whole thing about like tahini and chamoy and like
which I'm still obsessed with.
Yeah. So it was like they took like either it was like fruit or a pickle or something, and then like put like chamoy and tahini and then wrapped like a fruit roll up around. But that's not what I did. Mine was definitely like one of those fruit popsicles, like I don't even know what brand they are. It's just like a fruit popsicle. I got strawberry because that's the flavor that I know that like I'll eat, and then like B will eat too because she just doesn't really vibe to popsicles. But the person in the video took a coconut flavored popsicle and then a fruit roll up and wrapped it around the popsicle and then put it back in the freezer and let it get hard and kind of crunchy, and then took it out and ate the popsicle.
What?
Yeah.
With the fruit roll up.
With the fruit roll up. And the fruit roll up gets kind of like crunchy, like a hard shell on the outside of the popsicle. And it was sublime.
For those who don't know, this is what our earthquake kits used to look like. Very similarly, if you're on the video, you can see that there's like a granola bar, there's like wipes, there's some crayons, there's usually a note from your mom, there's like a water, like a quick shelf stable
like
snack.
One pencil, some like crayons. It was like what to do if you get trapped in an earthquake.
If you get trapped. Yeah, that's the whole thing is if you get trapped due to an earthquake or an emergency of sorts. And every year they would like give them back to you at the end of the year and they'd say, come back with new snacks. And it was always like the second to last day of school that you're like, well, I'm going to eat these.
They're going to go bad. I'm going to eat all these. They're going to go bad. And then you would always like every year it felt like you would just recycle like the metal blanket or whatever it was, like the
Yeah.
fire resistant blanket,
The fire,
pencil,
whatever
the
it is. Yeah.
crayons and all that stuff. But everything else, like all the food stuff came out.
All the food, even the
Mhm.
little drinks, like everything.
Yeah, there was like a juice box or a water, some type of something.
Mhm.
As I got older, I remember that, like, because when from like elementary school up into like high school, it was like the Adkins vibe was such a big thing. And so my mom would give me like a Crystal Light packet. It was like right when like the Crystal Light packet came out.
Here's your
Crystal Light packet and a water,
sorry,
like a little.
Sorry about your natural disaster. Watch your figure.
Here's your Crystal Light packet. Crystal Light. But yeah, no. So anyways, so I took the popsicle and the fruit roll up, put on, and then put it back in the freezer, and it just gets like crunchy. I don't bite ice stuff. It hurts my teeth.
Yeah.
But you could like lightly bite into the thing. It was good. 10 out of 10.
Interesting. I would have never thought to put a fruit roll up in the freezer at all.
Yeah, delicious.
I mean, I do like gummy bears on my ice cream or my frozen yogurt.
Oh, that was my favorite Cold Stone. Was like a sorbet. It was like usually raspberry sorbet and then Haribo.
Speaking of which, so we did want to talk about what lives rent free in our brains as millennials. I mean, I made a joke about it last podcast about how you were afraid of airplanes because of 9/11, and it is
CC.
It is kind of like a cop out to be like, oh well, what lives rent free is 9/11. Like that, I think that's a given for all millennials. Yeah, but like, I think earthquake kids definitely live rent free in my brain. But to mention 9/11, you know what also lives rent free?
What?
I can be your hero.
Oh my gosh, I was just thinking that. I can be your hero, baby.
Because that song has nothing to do with like being patriotic or anything. But like, I just remember that they would play that song, but they would also play like people from the news and be like, the second tower was hit. The second tower was hit. Oh my gosh. Like, why does that live rent free in my brain?
I hated when they did what you just mentioned, when they did like the remix.
Yeah.
Where they added in like, that's so inappropriate.
It's so inappropriate.
So inappropriate. Like, why did you feel like you needed to add in, like, maybe that's what I
want to know, like, who was in that room to be like, okay, here is a song Enrique Iglesias wrote about his love affair. We are going to make this into the 9/11 national anthem. This song has nothing to do with being American or like there were some like country songs like that came around, like, where were you when the world stopped turning? And that's it. Like that's a better anthem, but it was literally, yeah, like there's all these stupid country songs now.
Could you imagine that song, like, I can be your hero, baby, like that being the national anthem or the like nation's anthem?
The nation's anthem.
Under the current administration, could you imagine? Absolutely not.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. With the way that the world is right now and the feeling of anyone that is not, could not. They would never. They would never. I actually, speaking of, not to be political, I was just laughing really hard. Because they're in my like for B's recital today, one of the songs said something, I can't remember what song it was specifically. Oh, it was called, I think it's called Jet Setter, and it's basically like a song about flight attendants. Like I think it's from like
Okay.
a musical. I don't know. But one of them was like, I'm gonna go back to Texas where they know how to treat their women well. And I was like, not anymore.
The opposite. That's
And I was like,
the opposite. Oh no.
right. No, but I mean, like that song, it's so funny to say like that song lives rent free in your mind. But that is when I think of 9/11, I do in fact only think about Enrique Iglesias.
I know. I only think about that song.
That's really it. I also think about there's like one scene about like the dustiest fireman you've ever seen, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like that's what I think about. I don't know.
I've become like desensitized to like 9/11 things or most tragedy things because I think it was just so in our faces to like see the people like Archer Luis. What are you doing, honey? Sorry, I guess this is the only way that he's not gonna
bark at you.
Bark. When given the opportunity to be on the podcast, now he's quiet, you know?
He's like, I'm here now. But I agree. I think that we as a collective were like, it was shoved down our throats for a very long time. What is another one that lives rent free in your mind?
The quote, what's that quote from Spider-Man? With Epi, what is it?
What?
The quote from Spider-Man, with great blank comes great responsibility.
Oh, with great power comes
great power comes great responsibility. You know how many times I've heard that? Obviously, it lives rent free in my brain, and I forgot the word power. But it's the thing.
I forget words all the time. You are even things that I say all the time. It happens.
But like, it was after that initial Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire that quote was heavily used in, well, with great power comes great responsibility. Okay. SMD, dude. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear from a mediocre man, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, you're not Spider-Man. Okay, Archer, if you're going to act inappropriately.
Oh, you know, the one, okay, so like I saw this the other day and it like came flooding back and I've been thinking about it and how I haven't watched it in so long. But like I loved Seth Green when I was about 13 to 7. Well, let's just be real. I really like Seth Green.
Let's be real.
I think that he's really funny. And I think that he's really creative. But him I think it was on Instagram, and it was like when I think of Riz, like when people say Riz, I think of him, like I think of his character in Can't Hardly Wait. And how like he gets stuck in the bathroom and he's like trying to pull out like all the stops. And I died because he's like stretching on the bathtub and like,
I don't think I've seen this.
Have you never seen that?
I don't think I've ever seen this.
Oh my gosh. Hold on 1 minute.
I don't think I really was allowed to watch a lot of Seth Green things because he was raunchy, according to my mom.
Oh no.
He's in the same regard of Will Ferrell. I couldn't watch things with Will Ferrell because he was too raunchy.
What?
Yeah. I had to sneak to see Anchorman when I was in high school. Which also those quotes live rent free in my brain. 60% of the time it works every time.
Okay, I literally just sent you.
I love Lamp.
I love Lamp. I just sent you a video on TikTok from Can't Hardly Wait. It came out in 1999. it's the dumbest plot line. It's all set like at a party. Like everyone is trying. It's like a grad night party, and they're trying to like either confess the main character is trying to like confess his feelings to the girl that he's had a crush on for like the whole high school, who I believe is Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Okay.
And it's I mean, like, I like it, but I like it solely because I love Seth Green's character, because he tries to act like he's I guess the only way to describe it is he's like trying to be like thuggish, but he's literally
thuggish. Seth Green?
Yeah. He has like a special, like he has an accent that he made up, but then like the girl that he ends up like talking to was like his best friend in, I think, elementary or like middle school, and then he like breaks character. So he's like holding this character throughout the whole movie, and then he realized that like he doesn't need to like spit this game anymore. He's not a main character of this film, but to me he's main character. He gives main character energy in a very like subplot of this film.
Interesting.
But
you're describing it, and I really want people in the comment section, if you know at all what we're talking about or what you're talking about.
I love Seth Green. I'm telling you, it's so funny, and I think about it all the time because he's like, there's a girl that's like crying at the party, and he's like, "Why are you crying, baby girl? Where did this like princess or this angel fell from the sky?" Blah blah blah. Like he's like talking like that, and I'm just like,
yeah.
But that's something, because I when I hear like, and I don't really hear kids say like Riz, but like if I hear like stupid shit on like Instagram or TikTok about like, oh, kids are saying Riz, or kids are saying like this, what this means, that's what I think of. And I'm like, can we just stop?
Can we just not?
Please stop. Like, no, thank you.
Speaking of quotes, things that live rent-free in my brain is not just reality television, but the entire first season of Rock of Love. I mean, not Rock of Love, Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love. Ugh.
Just specifically this line. Hold on.
Don't need it.
They're all arguing.
I want to see all of them go home eventually.
It's not fair that you just have to keep hearing la 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 la.
Unfortunately, that's true. But if people are backbiting, people want to know. I don't want to hear people trying to get me.
Everybody's fighting.
I thought the chicken was lovely. How's your chicken?
I thought the chicken was lovely.
I thought the chicken was lovely. So anytime I'm in like an awkward conversation, or people are going back and forth or what have you, I love to interject. I thought the chicken was lovely. Rent free in my brain. That entire did this help Flav find love? No. Did it provide us sweet nectar that is entertainment? Hell yeah.
What?
And is it the most memeable? Hell yeah.
What's the one that I think about all the time? Oh, she tried to cook the chicken in the microwave.
She tried to cook the chicken in the microwave, and it's all pink and shit.
I was like, no, girl, take it out. Don't do that. And she was like committed. She was committed to the bit. And I was like, you're about to kill Flavor Flav. That poor man.
That was haughty. Because remember, he gives them all names. So that's where New York, who I love New York, was spawned from. And remember Pumpkin, the spitting in the mouth?
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, so gross.
oh.
So gross.
But yeah,
Um,
I think that's so freaking funny. I don't want to post it, but if you just Google honey
yeah.
flavor of love chicken in the
Mm.
microwave, you're gonna see the pinkest looking chicken.
Oh, it's so foul.
And she genuinely tried to feed that. This girl also thought that she looked like Beyonce.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Iconic television show. Flavor of Love. Shout out to you. You are my
Love
rent free of the week, you know?
I think that not just Flavor of Love, but there was like Rock of Love. There was A Shot of Love.
Mm-hmm.
Like, shout out to VH1 for just
Shout out to VH1.
really,
Hell yeah.
really going deep in the sand with that like theme of trying to help these weird ass celebrities.
I mean, did you watch the Surreal Life?
No. That one was with Paris. No. That wasn't with Paris and Nicole.
No. The Surreal Life was different celebrities each season. Like Tammy Faye Baker was on a season, China was on a season. Let's see if
Maybe I watched a couple. I think when that was coming on, I was very deep into Jersey Shore.
Yeah. And that's MTV.
So I was definitely watching Jersey Shore. And I think that's when I started watching CIS.
So allegedly there are 8 seasons. I don't know how seasons 7 and 8 were aired, because one was on VH1 and one was on MTV, but obviously I don't have television, and those were 2022 and 2024. But season 1, that's 2003, and the cast is like MC Hammer, Corey Feldman, Vince Neil, Gabrielle Carteris, and she's on 90210. So, and then like season 2 had Eric Estrada, Tammy Faye Baker, Ron Jeremy, the porn star.
Yeah.
The porn star with the biggest dick or whatever. Which Tammy Faye Baker, you all know that she's a televangelist, so like the juxtaposition of everyone, Vanilla Ice being on there, Dave Coulier, Flavor of Love, Charo, Jordan Knight, Bridget Nielsen, and Bridget Nielsen and Flavor Flav had a relationship, and then they broke up, which is what started Flavor of Love. Do you know that?
No.
Now you know. But they all do it like they all live in this like mansion, and they all have to live together, and they do like little competition things. And then, you know, they had to go through different challenges, and someone won a bunch of money. But
that's wild.
It's a great show. If you like terrible television, I'm sure you can see it whatever on VH1's archives. But it's things like that like they do live rent free in my brain, because I, at this time in 2003, like that's the kind of celebrityism that I wanted to be. I wanted to be in a house with a bunch of other celebrities doing other celebrity things, being cute. What is wrong with me?
I was looking. Okay, so like I was looking up different things, like because I mean, like there are things that live up here and they just get like shoved away into just like the corner crevice of my mind. Do you remember like the early videos, like Charlie bit my finger?
Charlie bit my finger.
And it really hurt.
It really hurt.
It really hurt. I'm like so bad at accents, but that was probably one of my favorite things. And I probably said it more times than I needed to. That was probably quite annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the whole like, leave Brittany alone.
Oh my God.
Wasn't that what? Who did that?
Her name is Kara Cunningham now.
Yes,
she's
Kara.
the
Okay, Kara. Yes,
the trans woman now.
that was right. Or the Numa.
Numa.
Yeah.
What is Numa?
Hold on, I have to look up. I can't remember the song. But I think it was that kid that like sang he was like, yeah. Amaya ha. That guy. Do you remember that guy? Amaya ha.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Amaya ha. And
you know, I thought it was the same as the Six Flags guy. That's not the same.
No.
Okay.
The Vega boys are coming.
It sounds familiar. Now I feel kind of silly.
Well, because like Rihanna used it in a song.
Oh, just live your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know that.
Yeah. It was a Romanian pop song that like this guy just was like dancing to on his like laptop, and he posted it online, and it became just like a complete and utter sensation. Oh, what's the other one?
I mean, if we're also talking about things that live rent-free in our brains, some Seattle lore, right? We talked about serial killers. But like anytime I drive by the Green River, or anytime I drive near Aurora Avenue, I just think of the Green River Killer, and that literally lives rent-free in my brain of don't be anywhere alone. Don't be out on Aurora Avenue past 10 p.m. or by yourself. Like those things live rent-free in my brain, is all of those murders. And I know that we talked about ad nauseum of them. But those things do live rent-free in my brain of, oh, we're passing the Green River. You know what this is famous for? A bunch of murder. Oh.
Do you know how many times like we drive through Issaquah?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and Brian will be like, he'll be like, oh, that used to be Ted Bundy's house.
Yeah.
He's like, that used to, and I was like, yes, I know, you told me that already. Yes.
Tell me again.
Like we used to play over there close to Ted Bundy's house, and I was like, that's really great. I'm so happy. But it was a wild ride. So I don't think that I really ever thought much about it when like now. But when I would like listen on the radio, and the radio would be talking about like traffic by Green Lake or like blah 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 blah, like doing all that stuff. Because when you listen to 106.1 back in the 2000s, like they would give you a traffic report,
right?
And we would give this whole traffic report of specifically Seattle area only, and it'd be like Green Lake, and then I was like, oh, or the Green River. And be like,
Mhm.
oh, Green River
Oh,
Killer. Don't
Green
go
River
there.
Killer. Don't go there.
Don't go there. I'm not gonna
Um,
go there.
Do you also remember watching the Kingdom implode?
Yes.
That's also something that lives rent free in my brain. I don't know why. It's just anytime I go to Soto, or anytime anyone mentions anything with the stadiums, I go, do you know that I watched live on television the Kingdom implode? It was such like an iconic moment that lives rent free in my brain of watching, the Kingdom implode. I've never seen a building disassembled that way. And of course, I remember watching it on a tube TV in my kitchen with my dad on our way to church. And like that just being like a part of what everybody talked about was, oh my God, did you watch the Kingdom implode? And then people got like little pieces of sand or debris from the Kingdom and put it up in their little baseball Mariners shrine.
Well, and then they would replay it like on the anniversary on the news. They would be like, oh, it's the anniversary day of when the Kingdom, like when the Kingdom imploded. Or if you like mention that you're from Washington specifically, and they're like, oh, where Mount Rainier erupted, or Mount St. Was it Mount Rainier or was it Mount St. Helens? I'm really bad about topography.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, they're like, oh, and I was like, I wasn't alive.
However, like that's also a thing that I've found at Goodwills is people having like the ash little things that you can shake.
Did you pick that up?
No. Should I have?
I mean, I probably would have. That'd be kind of cool. Some ash. That was another thing that lives rent free in my brain, and it's probably trauma, but like whatever. The wild amount of end of the world.
Oh my God.
Content.
Yes.
End of the world, like end of the world movies, Doomsday,
oh my gosh,
video games,
Left Behind.
Oh my God, Left Behind.
Literally, okay, so I don't know if our listeners like what your beliefs are, if you're a Christian or you're not, whatever, if you believe in revelation or end times. But I remember that there was a pivotal moment of our formative years that like you should accept God, otherwise you're going to hell. Or when the rapture happens, which like is also a weird thing to tell a child, like all of a sudden everyone who's a Christian, their bodies are just going to float up to the sky, and everyone who didn't believe in God is going to stay here, and like they're just going to live the end of days. And that's when I was like, fine, I'll be a Christian. I don't want to be left here to see the destruction. So thus births Left Behind. There's obviously a movie with Kirk Cameron of the concept of following people who were here, left on the planet, and how they have to navigate life. And it was one of those things of like, there's a character that's a pastor. Like, why would? What do you mean? Because they weren't
Christian enough.
Because he wasn't Christian enough.
Yeah, that was the whole craziness about it, was that like you weren't religious enough, and that's why
you got left behind.
That's why you got left behind, was because you weren't living like, oh, that's not what I wanted. You weren't living like a true enough to God or whatever.
Which is just so crazy, that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That suddenly you're just here one moment with people, and then all of a sudden a bunch of car accidents happen. And in my brain, I'm like, aren't those car accidents like with people who are Christian, like if they hit someone and kill someone, that like do they not have an opportunity to be you know what I mean? Like
I just had so many questions.
Insane.
The questions that I had was that like, one, when you, because okay, so I was not raised in like a hyper religious household like you were. Like we went to church on maybe Easter and maybe Christmas Eve, like, and then the only times that I actually went to church was when I was like staying with my grandparents in the summertime.
Okay.
So like I took communion only because my grandparents like told me that's what needed to happen, and like had their pastor come to their house so that I could take like communion school in the summertime, which was,
oh my God.
anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I remember that because I read a lot of books when I was growing up, and one of those books that just like became hyper popular was the Left Behind series. And mind you, like I started reading these and I was like, I think I only read maybe one, maybe two of them before I could not, because there's too many. I had too many questions. Like, one, your clothes get left behind because it's like a worldly object. So what? Everyone's walking around naked, or do you have like heaven's clothes? Or like, do you just show up? Like, you just show up there and
just
you're
a bunch of nude people.
Yeah, you're all just naked and like, and everyone's, and then you get like your heaven's clothes.
Wait a minute. Your heaven's clothes. So if now I'm like deciphering this. So like if we're going to heaven, right, and then our clothes are left here. So then. As our spirits are going up to heaven, we're all just showing up nude.
Yeah.
And then we get in line to get like a robe.
Yeah. Like, do you not have like, no, you just don't have any clothes? Like, everyone's
that's so funny.
Isn't that the weirdest? Like, and maybe that's just me because I'm like, maybe I just am over analyzing this, but like nobody thought, like, because that was the whole thing, is that if like a listener has never read a Left Behind book or watched a Left Behind movie, and it became kind of like a joke on TikTok and Instagram where people were like pretending that the rapture happened, but they would just like take clothing, and the whole basis of the book is that like when you were part of the rapture, if you were like taken to heaven or whatever, your clothing would be like just laid where you were. If you were sitting on the toilet, then your clothes would be just like on the floor. If you were walking to school or in your car or walking down the street, like sleeping in your bed, like your clothes would just be there and you wouldn't, like your shoes. It's the most wild concept of your clothes are left behind. So like everyone's showing up to heaven nude. Like,
if I'm gonna show up to
get it.
A heavenly party, I would love to just show up naked,
I mean, to be fair, that's the body that, if you go by what so many people are taught, that's the body that God made you. So I guess you're just showing up in what what this God has crafted.
Yeah.
And whatever. I don't want to disregard people's beliefs. You're entitled to believe whatever you want. I just have too many questions. Like, if there's going to be, I don't like that version of a Bible or a book or a telling of a story. Because the idea of something to tell me on one hand that this is like an all-loving, all-encompassing person, but then there's stipulations, just feels kind of like a weird relationship that I don't particularly want to be a part of.
That's fair.
So like, you like me if I'm like this, but you don't like me if I've decided to put a tattoo on my body. You like me as I am, but I'm not allowed to dye my hair. or I'm not allowed to modify myself. And by modification, that means I can't wear makeup, I can't wear glasses. So you made me not be able to see, but if I modify myself and the fact that I can put glasses on so I can see, like, I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions too. I just feel it. Okay, story time. We were driving to the recital today, and it's like a 20-minute drive from our house, and we have to pass a church, kind of one of those like Foursquare New Life style churches, right?
Okay.
And coming from the church parking lot was a McLaren.
Okay.
Now I don't want to judge, because I think everybody is able to have whatever they want.
Okay.
But I think if we're trying to preach about how we need to be humble and we're all God's children, and that like we should be acting like Jesus and we should be doing these things. Do you really think that Jesus would drive a McLaren to church?
And honestly, for those who don't know what a McLaren is, you could just Google it. It's just a really expensive vehicle. How?
I'm okay. So I said that I'm not going to judge, but I was judging because I was like, if we're supposed to be living like Jesus.
So it's those cars that have the doors that go beep, right?
Yeah.
They're like $100,000.
I think those are called butterfly doors.
$200,000 to $295,000.
Yeah.
Some exceeding $350,000.
Yeah, there was some little judgment passed to me. And okay, I don't want to judge because most of the time, like, at least when we were in our
crazy to be
era,
a pastor. Like, I just can't imagine, like, if you're a pastor and you're expected to like feed the poor and dress the elderly and, you know, protect the children and all the things, and then you are driving around from your mega church where millions of people are impacted, and you're driving around with a $250,000 car when you could.
Well, and I don't know if it was the pastor, so I don't want to pass judgment.
It could be someone involved in it or
part of the congregation. I don't know, but it just like, and I mean, we don't live in like we live pretty suburban, but I don't know, and I don't want a judgment because like if they have a job where they can afford to have a McLaren, like that's all on them. It just like I have a lot of questions because I feel like religion ended up being, I don't want to get on a tangent about religion today. That seems ridiculous. But it just seems like there's, and I guess like in the climate of today and today's world, that there's a lot of this shove around of, you know, we need to be more like Christ-like.
Okay.
But it's the farthest from being Christ-like IMO that there ever could be.
Yeah, I don't see current people who are like Christian nationalists. In my brain, they don't exemplify who I think that Christ is. And I think that that's really difficult for some people to feel because they're like, well, what do you mean? You know, hasn't God given me what I'm supposed to? You know what I mean? Like, hasn't God afforded me the luxury? And sure, like if you have wealth, you should be able to, you know, if you have the wealth, you should be able to enjoy it. But I do also think that God says, and from what the God that I know and the God that I understand, is that he would want us to, yes, you know, it's okay to treat yourself, but also in the same regard, you need to make sure that everyone is taken care of. So no one in your church has, you know, an outstanding bill or, like life-saving medication. Like that's where it's like your congregation is sitting in poverty, or there are people like the Mars Hill motherfucker, where he believes in the prosperity gospel, which the prosperity gospel is like, if you're not tithing at the church, then God's not going to give you any benefits or any protection, which is like, that's such bullshit. Cause like, not everyone can tithe. But then if you're preaching this from the pulpit of like, well, if you're not tithing, that means that God's not going to bless you. And if you want God to bless you, you need to be tithing. And where does that money go? It goes straight to the pastor. It's supposed to be funding. Like the reason why it's not taxed is under the understanding that you are providing for your community. So you're folding back your money into society. But with these mega church, we are seeing firsthand that they are not investing back into the community. They're enjoying the cash for themselves. And I'm going to talk again about Tammy Faye Baker, which, did you see that film?
Oh, no. It's
in
on
her
my
arms
list.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But everyone knows the televangelist. So her and her husband, Jim Baker, they were televangelists. So they go and they preach the gospel. They go on TV and say, you need to donate this. And they really like capitalize on people giving them money. And not only did they not use it to put back into their community and into their spaces, they embezzled the money. They were giving themselves mansions. They had a fucking like Disneyland kind of theme park called Heritage USA.
Oh,
where, like,
no, not Heritage USA.
And people could come and like enjoy like a Christian theme park. And they had all these like cabanas and like other houses. And like, you could tell that they preaching their prosperity gospel. They said, well, if you want God to prosper in your life, you have to donate. Well, guess what? All of that money was going to their lavish lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Tammy Faye knew about all of those things because obviously she was, back then she was getting a lot of beauty treatments and all these things. But she is also a gay icon, which it is Pride Month, that I did want to mention that like during the height of the AIDS epidemic, she had Stephen Peters on her show on their network. I'm trying to see, where was their network? The Christian Broadcast Network. And he was a gay man who had AIDS. And back then, nobody wanted to touch people with AIDS. They didn't even want to be around them. And Tammy Faye, like, I think she hugged him or she touched him or something. And everyone was like, oh my God. But Tammy was trying to show like you're just a person and God loves you. And I think Tammy Faye really became an icon to the queer community because she genuinely showed Christ's love. But unfortunately got caught up in this huge, like hundreds of millions of dollars scheme. And
it's so crazy.
I mean, I think that Jim Baker really tore everything down. I think there's multiple people who have said that he had many gay affairs. He had other affairs too. Like he was just like, he took every piece of the pie. And I just think that a lot of it is corrupt, and we should be calling out these mega churches because as much of an example as people have made about the Bakers, they need to be making them about the Joel Osteens, the Mars Hill guy, Mark Driscoll.
But
you know what I mean? Like, all these people who believe in the prosperity gospel, it's like, well, what are you doing with the money? You're not.
What's that crazy-eyed guy that like has his own airplane and he was like, I couldn't fly on a commercial Like, do you know what I'm talking about? And he has like
Yeah.
the crazy
Oh
eyes.
my God, what is his name? Oh my God. And during the oh my God.
What is his name?
Is that Jerry Falwell? No.
Hold on.
I can't remember his name, but during the pandemic, he was like, boo, go away, Satan.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah,
poof you out.
yeah. I'm gonna poof.
Poof you out.
Yeah, what is his name?
Oh my God.
Kenneth Copeland.
Kenneth Copeland.
Kenneth Copeland. He is a nutball.
You know,
He's 89 years old.
Yeah,
and
he's too old.
Crazy.
But all that to say, those things do also live rent free in my brain, you know?
What is okay? So we talked a little bit like about old school stuff. What is something that's currently living rent free in your brain?
Oh. That's a good question. It's probably whatever TikTok is going around, you know? Right now I keep getting "You're all I ever wanted," that dance, and I think in my delusion I could do that dance. But it's anytime I've like tried to do the dance, the TikTok dance, it's a little too fast for me.
I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Can we like put it at like 0.5 speed?
Yeah, exactly. I think anytime I listen to like multiple podcasts after multiple podcasts and it's like the same quote, those will be in my ear for like 2 weeks and then I'll forget it. Like right now I can't even think of anything. However, right now, so I listened to this podcast called The Giggly Squad. It's Paige DeSorbo and Hannah Berner. And they're talking about being girls. But Hannah Berner, being the silly Billy that she is, goes girls. So anytime I see girls, we're girls, and it's like the way that you curl and like that crispy R. It's like girls. During Pride Month, things that are living rent free in my brain is hi gay, hi gay. Hi, gay.
I love that.
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
What's living rent free in your brain right now?
Right now, I sent it to you on TikTok, but it's kind of old and it's like it's really only like a BTS thing. So, there's a video from one of the members and it's from like years ago, like 2020. 2021, 2022, he went like on live and he was like, so when they go live, it's kind of like, it's like any celebrity that goes live. And he's like showing off things in his room and his name is J-Hope and he like pans off to the side and he was like, this is Young Mao socks. And it's like literally 2 socks that are like hanging on a hanger. And that has like in my head of like something that I hear, and then he does this thing where he's like and it's like translated below, but it says like, and BTS is just like you, we wash our socks, and he's like shampoo, and he like go and then he's like and then he's like and he's like, because they're like ankle socks, and he's like and then he's like hang them up, and I in my mind all I hear is this is Young Mao sucks. And it's like
What?
It's so I told you these are like weird niche things that like live in my mind. Or what was the other one that I feel like I sent you another one that hold on, I have to look at it. Because I was like, I have to send these now. Oh, the other thing, it's like an animation, and the creator is on TikTok and I think on Instagram, but his name is Chris Hallback, and he does like these drawings, and he draws like what is the mom and then like the child, but the child is drawn like a little monster, and the child is like mother, mother, and all week I've been running around this house like mother, and it's like different scenarios that like as a mom I've lived a lot of these things. Like the mom puts shoes on this little monster, and they're like,
yeah,
are my feet so hideous that you must hide them with these? And it's like, no, your feet are fine, but like it'll be more comfortable. And it's so funny. And there was one about like the thunder and lightning happening and trying to like talk to the child, and the child is genderless, so like it's not a boy, it's not a girl, it's kind of just like left into the universe of like it's just a little like crotch goblin essentially, and like it's just like this little monster, and you just kind of go with it, and it just the way that it says mother, I can't even, like, I must play this, and let's see if I can.
I need to hear it.
Sweetie, you haven't touched your food. It's in that boy.
And it basically says, like,
Oh my
this
God.
plate of detritus is not worth, like, engaging the muscles in my hand to grasp the fork. And it said all in that, like, gravelly, like, voice. And I just am obsessed. I have, like, obsessed. And so all day I'm just like, whenever Bryn's like, Mom, I'm like, Mother. Or if Joe's like, Mom, Mother. And then they just like look at me like I'm a psycho. And I was like, I just can't. What's another one that's been kind of just, I've been really into like 90 Day Fiance this last like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because the concept of it is so wild. But there's a person on there from Egypt, and he is an actor, and they're like, okay, show us some of your acting. And he goes, you talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? And I was like, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, that's what I've been thinking about. I was like, you talking to me? You talking to me? And I was like, yeah, you're talking to me. Yeah, you're talking to me. But yeah, that's been
crazy.
That's been living rent free. Also, over here in our home, we are fully invested in Pokemon now.
Fully invested into Pokemon. Well, we'll see what kind of Pokemon we have in this area, but we'll see.
We are playing Pokemon Go. If you want to be friends, let me know. I'll add you. We can be buddies. I can share my username. I don't care. We'll be buddies. I'm always looking for friends.
Listen,
Anywho.
I'm into it. Shall we ask a millennial here?
Yes, please. Would you like me to go first today?
I would love that.
First.
Go first.
I'll go first. I'll take it. I'll take the lead today.
I love it.
Give your voice a break.
Give my voice a break.
Give your voice a break. Hold on. We need to have a little sippy.
I gave you the long one. But these are from the Two Hot Takes subreddit, because that was really getting me through cleaning my old apartment. Can I tell you? Was nice. Just the Two Hot Takes show. So shout out to Morgan Absher.
Love it.
And yeah.
All right. Let's see. So this is, am I the asshole for getting my own apartment instead of moving in with my boyfriend? They are seeking advice. I, 25 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 43 male, for about 3 months. We actually knew each other before we started dating because we used to work together. And at one point, I was technically his boss.
Mm-hmm.
He has 3 children, 12 months. Oh God, I read that as 12 months.
Yeah, no.
Oh man, 12 male, 8 female, and 3 male. That he has on weekends. I have absolutely no issue. I seriously read that as 12 months. I was like, 12 months and 3 months. Good grief. 3-year-old, 2 boys, 12 and 3, and then 1 8-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
I have absolutely no issue with him prioritizing his kids. In fact, I'd be concerned if he didn't. The problem is that our relationship feels like it's moving much faster than I'm comfortable with. He works overnight shifts, so between work, sleeping during the day, and spending weekends with his kids, we don't get a ton of quality time together. We've had multiple conversations and arguments about this because I sometimes feel like we barely have time to connect. His response is usually that he can't give me more time because of his responsibilities as a father, which I understand. Despite that, he's already talking about us living together, marriage, and even having some more children someday. The living situation he has in mind is me moving into his house. He rents out the upstairs and has been working on finishing the basement. The assumption has kind of been that we'd eventually live together there. Over my birthday, I had a bit of an epiphany. I realized that I'm not ready to have any of that yet. I haven't even met his children, and I'm still trying to figure out what being in a relationship with someone who has 3 kids looks like. I don't feel ready to move into his home, become part of that dynamic, or take on that kind of role after only 3 months together. At the same time, I don't want to continue living with my parents. I've never had my own place, and I want the experience of having my own apartment and independence. So I applied for an apartment and got approved. The issue is that I didn't tell him while I was applying because I was afraid of how he'd react. I haven't broken the news to him yet. From my perspective, getting an apartment isn't me rejecting him. I actually think it would be healthier for us because we'd each have our own space. He could come home,
Right.
come to mine. I could come to his, and we could continue building our relationship without rushing major life decisions. But I know he may see it differently since he's been talking about our future together and living together. So, am I the asshole for getting my own apartment behind his back because I'm not ready to move in with him yet? Edit. For people wondering about how I was his boss, I worked at a very well-known set of gas station chain restaurant place that you could probably take a guess about what it is, and I was a customer service supervisor because I had been working my way up since I was 18 at that job, and he came in hired as a regular associate. Like Bucky.
So she was his boss?
Yeah.
At one point, and then they started dating. Okay. So my natural inkling for this is girl run.
Girl run.
Run. So she's 25 years old, dating a 43-year-old man
who got hired. No, go away.
He wants a mommy. He wants mommy to like come in and mommy these children, right?
No.
That's what this sounds like. However, I don't think that she's an asshole for getting the apartment, but if you were going to play ball with a grown man, you need to do grown relationship things. You need to have that conversation with them and say, we have only been dating 3 months. What the fuck do you mean you want me to move in? There is so much messy in here because there are children who are going to get attached. Like, you need to be grown. If you're going to date a grown man, you need to be ready to have those grown man conversations. So I do kind of think that she's an asshole for not having these kinds of conversations, but she doesn't owe this man anything. She's not married to him.
No.
So I don't think that she is an asshole for getting the apartment. I think that she's an asshole for dating a 43-year-old man and not having a grown adult conversation. I don't know. What do you, the age gap was immediately like, add this to queue. We need to talk about this.
The age gap really gives me
18 years.
So, like, yeah, that gives me the ick. So, like, huge red flag. And like 3 months in, and you're like, I would feel differently. Now I need to put a caveat in here. I would feel differently.
Okay.
If they were similarly aged.
Correct. Yeah.
And maybe no children. But like, yeah, maybe no children. If they were similarly aged and they were talking about like, wow, we met and we really clicked. We're very like they're very similarly aged, and like this is a conversation we're having. I don't think that it would really bother me. Mostly because, excuse me, from my perspective, I did something very similar to that, and like we've been married for a million years. Because like I feel like sometimes you know. But that man has lived a whole life. Has lived a whole life before you. Like to have a 12-year-old,
3 children,
and a 3-year-old, 3 children, you were in a relationship. Like, and I'm assuming that it's all the same person. So at least you were with that person for at least, I mean, you had to have been with that person for what? How I have to rewind that back. 3, so 10, what is that? 7? So like at least 7 years you had to be. Does that make sense? Does that math? Anyways, you had to be with somebody for an extended period of time to have 3 children. And
yeah.
And now you,
I mean, let's just say it's the same baby mama. But like,
yeah, I'm assuming
also...
I'm assuming it's the same person. But then to like jump right in 3 months into a relationship and you're like, this is the one, and I'm, you should just, the expectation is to move in with him. Like, ooh, no, like,
thank you.
And especially to know that like OP hasn't lived in her own space or handled her own stuff. Like, that's something that's really big. And I truly don't want to knock other people's careers or other people's life, but like, I truly believe that that's something that you need to do before you live with someone else. Like, even if you live with like roommates or whatever, like that's not necessarily the same, but every adult needs to experience living in their own space. Just like once or twice, like live in their own space, do their own thing. Like, just to have that experience to understand what it's like. I think that she should run. Like, go. Like, she seems like a hard worker. She seems like she's determined and has goals and stuff. And that just sounds like this person is going to bring her down. And especially if she's already feeling 3 months in and she's already feeling like he isn't able to give her all the stuff that she wants or needs, then it's not going to get any better. Like, yeah, it's not as if like, oh, you guys are going to move in together and he's going to poof magically have all of this time for you.
Right.
It doesn't.
That's what she thinks is going to solve by her moving in, is that they're suddenly going to have all this time together.
No.
And that's not true.
No, that's not true.
Unfortunately.
That's just, that's not.
There's just so many red flags in this. I think 3 months is like a really good like honeymoon period of like getting to know someone, getting to know their idiosyncrasies. Like, it's not just sexual at that point. And I don't know. It gets you further than just, the surface level. But now that you know that there are kids there, and if this was my niece, I would not want this for her. I wouldn't want this for anyone, let alone a 25-year-old dating a 43-year-old man.
This is a very interesting comment that says, based on pure assumptions, I'm going to guess he left his wife, and any man who leaves their wife with child under 4 to 5 is absolute scum. Her body and hormones haven't even fully adjusted back from birthing his child. GTFO. To top that off, he's trying to move you in, an energetic 25-year-old, to tend to his children while he works overnights. Nah, thanks. Don't move in. For sure don't have children with him. If I were in your shoes, I'd cut my losses and have walked away. But it basically, like, she says, like, oh, I'm afraid to tell him. Like, why are you afraid to tell him? Oh, you're afraid that he's going to break up with you? Like, okay, boy, bye.
If you're afraid to talk to your significant other, whether they're 2 seconds older than you or 18 years older than you, I think maybe you probably need to grow up. Like, you need to grow up. Like, you need time to grow up. If you're 25 years old and you can't talk to your 43-year-old boyfriend, I think grow up, break up. You can't talk to them, break up.
Yeah, no. Yucky.
I
yucky.
Agree.
I think he's yucky, and I think that much of an age gap is yucky. That's all I have to say. Just, girl, go live your life. Be free. Don't try and be babysitter.
The next one, the next story that we have on here is also from the Too Hot Takes subreddit. This is best friend of 15 years tells me she can't attend my wedding. Okay.
All right.
It does come with a screenshot of a text message that I can read.
Oh.
But it says, I need to vent for a second. I'm getting married next April to the love of my life, and I couldn't be more excited. I asked my 3 best friends to be my bridesmaids. My longest friend, college roommate, and post-college roommate. My longest friend, since around 11 years old, lives in another state. So I mailed her... Wait a minute. So I mailed hers to her as a surprise. Oh, probably the... Hey, will you be my bridesmaid? She sent me this text last night letting me know that she doesn't support the fact that I'm marrying a woman and will not be in attendance at my wedding.
Oh,
I'm incredibly hurt by this on multiple levels. This love the sinner, hate the sin mindset is extremely hurtful and does not constitute unconditional love. These are the same beliefs my dad and stepmom have held since I came out, and it's already been painful enough to deal with their judgment. I didn't realize one of my closest, most trusted people secretly felt this way even after having met my partner and knowing I was gay for over 3 years. And after I confided in her about my parents' reaction to being gay, I feel lied to and honestly have felt sick to my stomach since reading this. I've already responded to her to let her know how hurtful this is and that I appreciate her being honest and telling me now, but that our friendship will not be able to continue if this is what she believes, and wished her the best. I'm trying to focus on the fact that I'm glad that she told me now so that I don't have to keep people like this in my life. But I feel incredibly blindsided and betrayed. There really is no hate like Christian love. Do you want me to read you the text? Okay.
Do.
All right. So it says, hi. I've had a really hard time trying to decide if I can be a part of your wedding day. I don't want to hurt you. I should have been honest with you from the get-go and expressed my thoughts to you when you first came to me about being gay. I have never once judged you for it or loved you less. I just do not support you marrying another woman. I should have told you that a long time ago, but I didn't because I was worried it would affect our friendship. I've been walking the fence with God for some time, but this past year, my relationship with Him has grown more and more. Because of that, I can't, in good conscience, support a same sex marriage when it goes completely against my beliefs. I've prayed a lot about it and tried justifying it, but I can't attend your wedding. Me going would show other Christians that I support it, and I can't be a stumbling block for others, my children, or even myself. I love you and I care for you and your salvation. I pray that this won't ruin our friendship. I understand if you're upset with me in any way. I'm absolutely heartbroken that I can't be there for your special day like you were for mine. Please know that this was an extremely hard decision for me. I just want you to know I love you no matter what. I would have much rather done this in person, but I got the package Thursday and I owed you an answer. If you want to get together and talk about it, we can. I will come to you. I'm so sorry.
That friend ended that friendship a long time ago.
Yeah.
The statement of saying, I've been walking the fence with God for a long time, but this past year my relationship with Him has grown more and more. Because of that, I can't with good conscience support a same-sex marriage. I would like for you to point out specifically where it says that that's something that...
I just want to know, how does it impact your relationship with God by attending somebody's gay wedding? You know what I mean?
The celebration of love between two people that doesn't affect you at all, but you have now made it about you, seems more selfishly rooted than what you're walking with God mean. Like,
it really is that whole like hate this sin but love the sinner. That's not love at all. You either love the person or you don't. It's not complicated. And that's why I get so frustrated when people are like, well, I just can't support gay marriage because it says in the Bible. And it's like, okay, but like where? Like Jesus said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. There was no caveat. There was no asterisk in there that said like, unless you're gay. Like he said, love your neighbor like yourself. Like, so I just want to know how her being in a wedding, in a gay wedding, would be a stumbling block for anyone. What do you mean? Because you go to a gay wedding, you suddenly are gay?
You know what that means to me? Excuse me. That means that person is so concerned that the people in their church that they're walking with God together is going to judge her, judge her or her kids or her whatever. And it's easier for this person to use God or Jesus or church or whatever as their excuse than just going against the grain and supporting their friend.
Right.
Like, that's disgusting. I have
not once judged you. Proceeds
You're
to
literally
judge her.
literally judging. Like,
my God.
This is the most contradictory. Like, this is one of those texts that's like, I'm trying to wipe my hands and not feel guilty. But
they probably are passing it around their little Bible study to be like, look how Christian I am. I told my gay friend that I can't support her, but I'm going to love her. I'm going to pray for her. That's such bullshit.
I think it's so sad because OP had said that like they're going through the same thing with like their parents. And that sucks. Like, I'm so sorry that they have to go through that. And I know that they're not looking for my apology, but it's hard enough, like, as a person, like, it's hard enough to come out and say, like, this is who I am and this is the stuff that I like. And, like, if you accept it, fantastic. I'm so happy. And if you don't accept, it's more or less the people that are like, I don't accept it. It's not, you know, like, people that say that they don't accept it make a bigger scene than people that are just like, hey, I'm gay. Like, hey. It's the people that are like, ew, gay is gross. Like, gay is not gross. It's just be who you want to be your own person.
It is something to say that, like,
so I just
God doesn't want you to be a self-righteous hypocrite that is almighty, all above everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, and this just reeks as I'm better than you because I'm part of the faith and you're not.
Yeah, so this comment person wrote better explanation of what I was trying to say. It said she told herself when she told on herself when she said that she didn't want to be a stumbling block. This isn't about you at all, or even her own faith. This is about her needing to keep up her reputation of being homophobic for her church and her children. Objectively, it would probably be better if she was just openly homophobic instead of two-faced.
Yeah.
This one also said, stop making excuses for Christians. They selectively pick what parts of their Bible that they claim is important. None of them have read it. I don't want to say, like, this is the comment. Some people have read it. I don't know how. It's hard to read. Homosexuality isn't really called out that much in the Bible as opposed to a ton of other things that they do. So F them. If they don't want to be a part of your life, cut them off and move on. Sometimes it's easier to just, I mean, it's easy to say, like, cut the people out and then just move on. Because it's hard, because if you've been friends for 15 years, like, not to be, like, that's like if you and I stopped. If we just stopped talking, like,
it's not like a same-sex marriage is like a giant fucking orgy. All right, guys, I'm going to this gay wedding. Better bring some lube. Better bring my giant 18-foot dildo over here. No,
I just can't. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. As a person who was raised, like, in a home where, like, one of my parents is very homophobic.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Like, it's not. I don't get it. It's not something that, like, I don't understand how somebody could hate something that doesn't affect them at all. I just don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you want to love who you want to love, great. If you don't want to love who you don't want to love, great. That's your choice. Yeah. You have the autonomy to make that choice and make that decision. But I just don't understand why we feel as a society that we need to gain acceptance for who we are as a person. I don't, and this is like a very surface level thing, so is no way in comparison to what LGBTQ plus people have to go through. And mine is very surface level and very, like, not related by any means.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't ask someone's permission if I like something. I just like it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's not like I'm watching, you know, like I'm watching anime or, like, reading BL on my phone and I'm like, oh, gotta seek my mom's approval for reading this manga. Like, I'm not going actively out and, like, seeking anyone's approval. Oh, I'm wearing a crop top today, like, in my fat body, and I need to get someone's approval or acceptance. Like, no, it's 80 freaking degrees outside. I'm not wearing sleeves, and my belly is going to be hanging out. Like, and that again, I'm not trying to, like, dim anyone's situation, but I don't understand why we have to be in this society where we have to gain acceptance, and why people just don't say, like, cool,
Cool,
All
great. Maybe it's not for me, but
Yeah. There are aspects. Okay, so like, yeah, it's just aspects aren't for me. And
yeah,
but I'm glad that's for you. Like, cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, Natalie, we've come to the end of our show. We've had such a great time talking about things that live rent free in our brain, and I feel like we could go off for longer. What do you got going on this week?
What do I have going on this week? It is the end of school. We're walking into summer break.
Woo!
My youngest she now has lost 2 of her teeth.
She lost her tooth.
Yeah, she lost both of her bottom teeth down here.
Oh
She's
my God.
toothless. And so we're exploring that, and then she goes to the dentist. So that's cool. But we're walking into summer break, so that's gonna be really fun. I have been filming some content. I'm trying to do either some short form or some long form content, specifically around some gardening and some like food prep stuff, so like canning and whatnot. So I just need to like edit my videos and be brave and post them. But you can find me at Natalie Christina on Instagram. I've been posting more there. And then I'll either be posting my content on TikTok or on YouTube. I haven't decided yet. Maybe both.
Sounds good. Well,
What about you?
You can find me anywhere there's social media _queer auntie. I will probably do some streaming more this weekend since we are finally fucking moved in.
Yay!
I gotta start streaming Paralives. Paralives is the new simulation game that is still in early access. So I want to jump right in, do some fun story time, fun exploring. I have kind of delved into it a little bit and gotten frustrated because it's a new game. It's just a simulation game. It's just like The Sims, but a little bit more free roaming, if that makes sense.
Oh, all right.
You should play it. It's called Paralives. It's on Steam. So I'll probably be playing that or playing other things. I do need to set up my game capture so that I can play things for my Switch and finally bring that to my Twitch. So I'll be doing that. Just be on the lookout for that. I am not looking forward to a full week back to work.
No,
I haven't had a full week since before Memorial Day.
No.
So I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh no.
But I really I went back to work on Thursday last week, but on Friday I did go into the office. 17 minutes. That's how long it takes me to get to work.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So
congrats.
I'm very excited to not have an hour and change long commute, you know?
No kidding. You could almost like, and I don't know what it's like to like walk or like bike, but you could almost get like a electronic bike. Like
I know.
No, probably not a scooter. Let's not.
Probably not a scooter.
But I do want to say next weekend, I want to shout it out early, just as a quick shout out towards the end. Next week is Father's Day.
Next week is Father's Day.
And I want to shout out just a quick happy thanks and much love to Papa Brian.
Papa Brian.
He's such a good dad, and he's been holding down with our like irregular schedule.
He's been awesome
with the girls, and I am very thankful. So I love you very much. And he's our number one fan, and he listens.
Yes, he's our number one fan. Shout out Brian, Papa Brian. We love you.
Papa Brian. And then he teases me that's how I know that he's listening to the episode, because he will give me a tease about something that I said, and he'll think that it's really funny. So
I love it.
I love you. I am very thankful that you get to be the father to my children. So anywho, we should probably put it
Any
I gotta
hoodly
go have
hoo.
dinner. I hungry.
Yes, sounds good. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening and sending your stories to peakmillennialspod@gmail.com or
Please.
send us don't make me
Send us
beg.
your rent free.
Send us your,
I mean,
your rent-free content. We
I
gotta
don't
know.
mind begging. I'm okay with that.
We don't mind begging. We love you guys. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.